Happy New Year wish by Jesus Shelter YouTube channel. Happy New Year. This is another year God has given us. We need to thank God. Join the Jesus Shelter YouTube channel to thank God for this new year, 2023. This is a Happy New Year by Jesus Shelter YouTube channel. So we are wishing you Happy New Year full of God blessing, God mercy, God protection, God favor, God guidance, God happiness and peace, and all guidance that come from God, full of God blessing, full of God peace, full of God completeness, full of God satisfaction, full of God contentment in life, satisfaction in life, and feeling at ease at all time, and feeling things are working well, whether things are working on your way. We pray that you feel that you have a meaningful life. This is another year God has given us. This is a New Year wish by Jesus Shelter YouTube channel. We are in Adelaide City, middle center of Adelaide. This is the middle of Adelaide City. Like when you're in Nairobi, I come from Kenya, it's like you're in the CBD near KICC. This is the middle of the CBD of Adelaide City in Australia. And Adelaide is maybe the fourth largest city in Australia. Fourth or fifth, it could be fourth or fifth. The biggest city is Melbourne and Sydney. They compete together. They tally like number one. Melbourne is known as international sport city. It is the most livable city in the world, apart from Vancouver in Canada, another city. Melbourne is a very livable city and very popular city in international sport. We are in January 2023, where Melbourne will be hosting the international sport for the whole world called Australia Open. This is a sport that I love too. I like watching the champion like Novak Djokovic playing tennis. There is Rafael Nadal, there is Federer, Roger Federer, Andy Murray from UK, and many powerful tennis players. Melbourne is known for international sport. There is another sport that comes in Melbourne that is very popular called Melbourne Cup, competition of horses from all over the world. Melbourne is very famous for international sport. Sydney is also a big city, mega city. Remember, the Olympic 2000 was held in Sydney. There is a very big stadium and a lot of arena built in Sydney during the Olympic. A lot of things happen there. Sydney is also a big city and a mega city. They are mega city. Adelaide is like number 3, number 4. The biggest is Melbourne and Sydney. The Italian number 1. There's Brisbane in Queensland, Australia. Then there's Adelaide and Perth in South Australia, and there is Perth in West Australia. So this is a Happy New Year wish by Jesus Shelter YouTube channel. God is saying that this is the year of God favor. God is going to bring complete life full of meaning, life full of happiness, life full of a sense of belonging, satisfaction for those who take Jesus. God is coming to revive back the people of God, that the dust of righteousness was taken away from them, peace was taken away from them, that the joy of God was taken away from them, the need for God to worship God was taken away from them. They were made dry, desolate by the power of darkness. Remember Ezekiel chapter 37 saying, Ezekiel was told, do you think this bone can speak again? Do you think this dry bone, can you speak them to have life again? And he was told, these are not just dry bone. This is Israel that were taken, that's for God. It was taken out of them. The need to worship God was taken out of them. The peace was taken out of them. Their inheritance was taken out of them. Remember Job, everything was taken, including his family, but it was later restored. God is going to restore anybody, including you, whether you are a Christian, whether you live in the club, whether you are a prostitute, so long as you take Jesus and stand with Jesus. Isaiah chapter 4, verse 2 to 3, those who take Jesus, they will be called holy. And verse 5 and 6 of chapter 4 of Isaiah, it's saying they will be protected, they will be given life full of meaning, purpose. They will have no sorrow anymore. They will cry no more. They will have nothing to bring them down or to make them feel down. Whether they are going through difficult time or they are going through a happy time, they will feel everything is all right. Their life will be full of meaning and purpose for them. Remember Romans 8:28 says, all things work together for good that are called by the name of God, those who take Jesus. Remember somebody like Joseph, who was sought to be a slave forever just because of his call for ministry in God's kingdom. But when he went there in Egypt for slavery, God favored him, and even he became the second in command in that country. And he became, I think, prime minister or second in command. Remember Daniel when he was put in the lion's den just because of his thirst for God and the need to worship God and work well in the kingdom of King Darius. He was helping. He was a very clever man, chosen to work in the palace of the king. But jealousy of the enemy made him to be put in the lion's den. But he was delivered because God things working together. Whether an evil path will be Gideon for you, 2023 and the days to come, if you stand with Jesus, all work together for good. The Bible says in Romans 8:29, God predestined his people and foreknew them, sealed them, and there is nothing nobody can change them. Remember, this year, 2023, take Jesus and the days to come, and you will have a complete life. We see many people killing themselves because marriage is not working, life is becoming difficult, they didn't get job, they went to university, people killing their spouse. Others have gone to life imprisonment for doing crime or doing violence, domestic violence, because they don't have cover of God. If you have cover of God, whether your marriage was, somebody took you for a ride, your marriage was failed by somebody, you give olive branch and failed you in marriage, you had a business partner and failed you and made you live in debt, you will not kill yourself, you will not take poison, you will not kill your children or your spouse because things are not, he's annoying you in marriage. We see somebody in Kenya last year, he took his wife to near coffee plantation and murdered the wife. We saw another doctor kill his children in Kenya. We saw another one in Australia kill his daughter, his child, and throw himself in a cliff. This is because we need the cover of God, that when we are going difficult time, we have a shade. A shade, Isaiah 4:5-6. It is a shade during the heat, during the storm, during the dry season. The heat and the storm is when things are becoming challenges. Challenges in marriage, challenges at work, challenges for life. You have a shade of God. This is the prophetic word that the year 2023 and before, God is going to bringing revival, happiness, fulfillment, happiness, protection, life that is fulfilling, life that have meaning, whether things are working your way or not. You feel fulfilled because shade, cover, life that have sense of belonging, it comes from God, not people, not your spouse, not your children, not your business mate, not your church member that will give you happiness. So you don't kill them if they fail you. It is Jesus who gives happiness. Take Jesus and you will always be happy. Take Jesus and nothing will affect you. Challenges of life, challenges that come from people through the power of the devil, you will feel life is fulfilling and good life. May you be blessed as you take Jesus this year and the years to come, and you see the work of God working in you. God is protecting his people and bringing supernatural revival, a door of revival, a door of fulfillment that nobody will close. Revelation chapter 3, may be blessed.